50th floor. Night. Rain hammers against the panoramic windows as if trying to shatter the glass and break inside. The city below is a blurred smear of dark blue light and red taillights, an ocean of chaos separated from you by only a thin, transparent wall. But the real storm isn't outside, it is inside. Opposite you, leaning heavily on the black marble desk, stands him, the challenger. His suit costs a fortune, but right now it looks like a cheap rag on a sweaty body. He is screaming. The sound of his voice ricochets off the walls, filling the space with shrill, hysterical energy. He slams his palm against the stone, a dull, painful sound. "I will destroy your reputation," he yells, spitting saliva. The veins on his neck bulge, turning into tight ropes. "I will take this contract. You will be left with nothing. Do you hear me? Nothing!" It is a one-man show. He tries to dominate, using aggression as a battering ram. He waits for you to jump up. He waits for you to make excuses, scream back, or at least look away in fear. He desperately needs your emotion. Your fear is the fuel without which his mechanism will stall. But you do not move. You sit in the armchair, but your back does not touch the backrest. You are a monolith, a statue carved from obsidian. Your breathing is even, almost imperceptible. You do not blink. You are looking not at his rage-distorted face, but through him, somewhere at a point behind his head, into the infinite blackness of the night outside the window. You are like a cliff. Waves crash against it, foam and roar, but it stands motionless, and sooner or later the sea around it goes quiet. Time seems to stop. In this frozen moment, you begin to see what is hidden from the eyes. You see the anatomy of his fear. Why is he so loud? Volume is always compensation. Aggression is a cheap shield hiding total insecurity. You scan him like a surgeon before an autopsy. His pupils are constricted, adrenaline hitting the brain. The corner of his mouth twitches nervously. He is losing control. He is in panic because you have become a black box to him. The human brain cannot stand the unknown. When you are silent, you deprive him of feedback. He doesn't know what you are thinking. Do you have an ace up your sleeve? Do you know something he doesn't? Why aren't you afraid? His own thoughts begin to devour him from the inside. He projects his worst nightmares onto your silence. And then the breaking point comes. The challenger runs out of steam. The energy is gone. He falls silent, breathing heavily, and a pause hangs in the air. The silence in the room becomes heavy as lead. Only the rain drumming on the glass is audible, counting down the seconds of his defeat. You wait exactly 4 seconds, without breaking eye contact. Absolute cold. Then you make a single movement. Slowly, with frightening smoothness, your hand reaches for the carafe. You pour water. The sound of an ice cube hitting the side of the glass rings out like a gunshot in this dead silence. Clink. You bring the glass to your lips. Take a sip, slow, measured. You demonstrate to him that your physiology is in perfect order. Your pulse is 60 beats. You are calm. You look at him over the rim of the glass with a slight, barely perceptible shade of boredom. This is how a biologist looks at a beetle helplessly banging against the glass of a jar. This breaks him completely. Unable to withstand the pressure of silence, he starts speaking again, but now his voice trembles. "Listen," he mumbles, lowering his eyes. "Maybe we can find a compromise. I didn't mean to be so harsh." He starts making excuses. He fills the vacuum himself, offering concessions just to stop this unbearable torture by your calmness. You didn't fight. You didn't raise your voice.
You simply allowed him to crash against your fortress. You made no unnecessary movements. There was only one strike, and that strike was the absence of a strike. He falls silent completely, broken by his own uncertainty. He waits for the verdict. Only now do you speak, quietly, without intonation. The voice sounds like grinding metal. Are you finished? You don't wait for an answer. You stand up. You don't shake his hand. You don't even smile. You simply calmly pick up the folder from the table and walk to the exit, leaving him in the ruins of his own ego. You walk out of the building into the night city. The cold air smells of ozone, wet concrete, and exhaust fumes. The asphalt glistens, reflecting neon signs that spill into red puddles under your feet. Around is the noise of the metropolis, the wail of sirens, the hum of cars. But inside you, there is a temple, silence. A flash of lightning illuminates your face for a second. There is no triumph on it, only the calm acceptance of the fact that the world is a war, and you are its veteran who knows the main secret. Power belongs to the one who can endure silence longer than the others. Your silence is violence, and this is the sound of your superiority.